Sunday here again. With our bags in hand, we begin. Shopping spree till we can't stand. Time to craft with thread and pen. Got some fabric colors bright. Patterns that will bring delight. So until the morning light, everything just feels so right. Show our heart to everyone. Craft into the day is done. Sewing up a storm of fun. Sunday's never been so fun. Cut and stitch and start anew. Every project something new. Thread the needle, pull it through. Nothing we can't ever do. Bright and bold or soft and sweet. Every piece they'll want to meet. So in dreams we can't retreat. In our world so incomplete. Show our heart to everyone. Craft into the day is done. Sewing up a storm of fun. Sunday's never been so fun. And start anew. Every project something new. Thread the needle, pull it through. Nothing we can't ever do. Show our heart to everyone. Craft into the day is done. Sewing up a storm of fun. Sunday's never been so fun.
Hey.
Hey, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hey, Miss Ann. Hey, Smurfs Creation.
Hello.
She says she is. Quilting is so much fun. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Just sat down in my sewing room, worked all day. Oh, worked all. Fussing t-shirt. Oh, fusing t-shirts and
Hey.
organizing to watch. Oh, yes, at the football game. Hey, Rudy, welcome in. Hey, Miss Jennifer, welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Happy Sunday. It is Sunday Funday. We put a poll out on the group, and people voted for a by Annie pattern, which let me tell y'all. Miss Linda said, I thought the by Annie won. I said, well, what by Annie? She was like, well, it had a button there to add something. I was like, that didn't mean add nothing. She was like, well, it was there. Well, okay. So by anyone, and we are going to do the cut it out pattern today, which is the scissors carrying case. Is this right here. So if you don't have the pattern, you can get it on byannie.com. I'm just testing our waters to see what I should be carrying from a sales perspective. So that's a thing. But it was so funny. Oh yes, Miss Jennifer says she thought you meant beanie when she saw by Annie. She thought you had misspelled beanies. Like let's do beanies versus by Annie. She really meant by Annie, Miss Jennifer. That's too funny. That is too funny. So hey, Miss Linda, Gray. So what's going on, Miss Linda? What you been working on this week?
I tried my hand at a traveling essentials bag.
Mm-hmm.
We just
Hey,
ain't gonna
Ozell.
talk about that.
Okay. You didn't like it? Oh wait. Come on.
It came out kind of rough. Hello, everyone. I also did some Valentine's pouches.
Oh, that's cute. That is cute. Now, was that in the hoop or
All this is in the hoop.
really?
All of
That
it
is
is in the
so
hoop.
cute. Now that looks like it's kind of
Yeah.
like a ooh, I like that color too.
Yeah. So
Now, are you going to
yeah,
offer them for sale?
yes ma'am. Yes ma'am, I
Okay.
will.
Honey over here trying to jump in. Say, hey, everybody. Hey.
Hey girl, honey
Yeah,
bunny.
those are so cute, Miss Linda. Let me see the white one again. That's pretty.
Oh, here you go. Well, it's two different white ones, but
Oh, you got two different
it's
white
that
ones?
one. Yep.
Okay.
White and pink and white and red.
Oh,
Hmm.
oh, I like both of those. They look really, really
Thank you.
good. And so there's a zipper pocket. Is
Yes,
it
it's a
lined?
zipper pouch. No ma'am. It's not lined. No ma'am.
Okay, okay.
Hmm.
But it's something you can kind of carry as a wristlet.
Yes ma'am. Yes
Okay.
ma'am.
Hey, gifted hands. Those
Hello, gifted.
look great. Everybody says nice. Denzel says beautiful.
Thank
Yeah,
you. Thank you.
those came out really, really good. Say, hey guys, say I was over here scratching on her thigh and she has long paws now. We gotta get these things cut, these little nails. So we gotta get these nails.
Mm. Honey, she trying to scalpel you.
So Smurfs Creation, say what was the website again where you got the
That is
pouch?
Parker on the porch in the hoop. I think it's called Valentine's. Mm. Pray for me.
Yeah,
Just pray
that's
for me.
cute. Well, when you get a moment, just put it in the group.
Yes, ma'am. I
In the
will.
group. But they look so good. And then you had a black and red one.
Hmm. I have a black and I have the white and pink, white and red. My favorite is the black.
Mat- so that's the material. Or is that stitches around the cassette? It looks like a cassette, but is that material or all stitches?
This is all stitches, but in here is material. This is
Okay.
material. This is leather,
Okay.
and this also is my favorite.
Oh, now that see, you didn't show us that one earlier, did you?
No, ma'am. That Parker on the
That
porch.
that is
The
so cute.
red. Yeah, they came out so lovely. I did these
Yeah, those
last year. Hmm.
those look nice. You gonna put them on your TikTok shop?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, I already have a video up there on TikTok, but yes, ma'am, I can update the video.
Okay. Hey, Miss Mary, welcome in.
Hey, Mama Mary.
No, that's Miss Mary Brown.
Oh, hey, Miss Mary. But otherwise,
Um,
what have you been working on this week? Let's talk about that.
oh my God. So I just finished. I did 10 toiletry bags. And I
Mm.
don't have them up here with me, but I will put photos of them because I took pictures of them yesterday. When I tell y'all, they came out so nice. And the toiletry bags are super easy to sew. Like I did 9 of them. And I I did so many colors and absolutely love it. Like I'll post pictures of those. I also have been working on some 3D stuff. So I worked on this phone case. So this is a phone case and it has a big old heart. So when you sit it down, it sits down and you can see the heart there.
Mm-hmm.
So I worked on that and then um I have to tell you the toiletry cases. I have all different colors. I got clear ones. I wish I had left them up here, but I had to get them ready to they're packed. And I also worked on some beanies, Miss Jennifer. So I did a bunch of beanies last night. I will post those in the group as well. If you're not a part of the group, please check it out. It is in the link below. The chat should be our Facebook group. I'll post photos of all of them because I did take pictures yesterday. The other thing I was working on was a just a little tool because sometimes we want to create bias tape or something like that and you want to hang on to it. You may not be ready to use it, but you want to keep it. So I created a little holder or this is 3D printed. It's a little holder And basically, it's two pieces. So you can put your bias tape on here and roll it up. Now, it's one of those things too. You can also unroll it as you're going. But one of the things that I like about it is once it's empty and you just want to store it, so the little clip part just pops on. If I put it on the right way, it just pops on there for easy storage. So it literally, and let's think, so look at it like this. So you have this, if you were trying to set up your bias tape, you literally could put it through here, lay it flat and iron it. So this will help you
Mm-hmm.
also do, so you could actually pull it through here and
Mm-hmm.
iron it as you go.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just wrap it around. And
That's nice.
now you got your bias tape and all of that. But this little heart piece here just pops off and then you got a clamp for it.
Okay. So that's on your website.
Not yet. It will be
Okay.
there by Tuesday. So I'll have it up there
That's
by
nice.
Tuesday.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah. And so these, because these are 3D printed, it's one of those things, it's hard plastic. And so, I can do it in some different colors. This one I just did it in gold just because that's what I had on the machine at the time. But you can do it in any color. And as you see, the bias tape just kind of, you just pop it off in there. And then after that, all you do is wrap it. And so this
That's
way
nice.
you can save your bias tape and go from there. And it's very light. It's very lightweight. So you just wrap it around here. If you were doing bias tape and getting it ready for a quilt, or you knew something that was coming, or you was getting ready to go to a retreat or something, this would work well. So you could store it and take it with you. You already had your bias tape prepped, or if you were going to one of your craft sew days or something like that, then you just put your bias tape on there, clip it off in there, and it's ready to travel.
All right, girl.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been playing with the 3D printers, been playing with well, not playing, I've been sewing and embroidering. Had a bunch of orders to get knocked out. So I got the orders knocked out. I just have a sublimation order that I need to get done, 10 shirts. So I'm gonna knock those out tonight and tomorrow to get those out of the house too. So I wanted to talk about something today because with this pattern, one
Mm-hmm.
of the things that you have to do is learn how to read patterns. And I think, um, as crafters, we kind of want to create our own way, right? Because I know I am 100% guilty of not reading a pattern, like 100% guilty. Well, you know what, Miss Jennifer, I probably can.
I was going
Um,
to ask the same question, Miss Jennifer. I was going to ask the same question.
so I probably could do it in multiple sizes. I just got to figure out what's going to be common. So that one will accommodate up to 2.5 inches, right? So, but yeah, I could definitely, what I could do is make it like a 3 inch or so. So that way any size, any three and below will fit on it. So that way you're not really looking for a whole bunch. And so what I'll probably do, I need to see what the timing is to print it and all that. That's why I said it'll be on my website on Tuesday, because I need to kind of price it out based on the materials and the time it takes to print it. But if I do it where it is up to, a certain hat, and I have real estate on the thing to add little slots, so I could potentially add a couple of other slots on the existing one,
Mm.
so that way you can choose what size bias tape you want to put on there. So I mean, that's a good idea. I could actually add several different holes in there to do that. So that way you're buying one tool, but you can use it for maybe up to 3 inches if you want to do a wider bias. So yeah, I can look at that. That'll be great. So I wanted to talk about, before we got started on this thing, some of the mistakes people make when reading patterns. Because let me tell y'all something. When you got these patterns, oh my God, it's so much word, it's so many words. And as crafters and creative people, we don't have time for that. Or we think. Because what ends up happening is you have to go back and read it because you didn't read it in the first place, right? So, Miss Linda, have you had any mistakes or anything just by, issues when you think about reading the patterns and all this kind of stuff? What have you thought about? Hey, Shay, welcome in.
Well, hello, Shay Shay. Um, it was a little, for it to be a small project, it's a little bit much.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's girl, drive this thing right here drive you to drink. Um, let me tell you one of the main things since you asked.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it tells you about the sizing. I'm not going to
Mm-hmm.
say the size, but
Mm-hmm.
tell me this is for the small and tell me this is for the large.
Mm-hmm.
Don't put this number here and then a space and then there's the big numbers. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
I 100% agree with you there because I actually kept mistaking the smaller one for the large one. Then I'm like, oh crap, here go the large number right here. So I think what I will do next time, if I make this again, we'll go through and highlight all the ones of the size that I
Mhm.
want to make,
That's a good idea.
because
Hmm.
otherwise I was misreading the doggone pattern. So, like, the number one mistake that people make when they're trying to do stuff like this is jumping right in. You just want to go cut and sew. And so, if you jump in, cut and sew without reading the entire pattern, then you could mess up because, like, it tells you about all these big sizes and fusing and doing all this stuff, but
Hmm.
then you got to go quilt it and then cut it down again if you plan to quilt
Hmm.
it. So, and when you do something and you're quilting, so if you quilt something, you have to think about the fact that quilting literally is bringing the material in. So anything that shows you the sizing and it says afterwards you're going to quilt this along the way, just know that it's going to become smaller because the quilting takes up some of the size. And so that's one of those things. Now, you can also get the wrong fabric or the wrong
Hmm.
tools if
Hmm.
you don't match what the pattern says. So, like, you could end up with, they may tell you, okay, use a cotton because you don't want this to shrink or something like that. But you can easily get the wrong thickness, the wrong
Hmm.
type of material, all of that, just because you didn't pay attention to what the pattern was calling for. And as creatives, we just like, well, we're going to use what we want to use.
Well, you're
Oh,
right.
Chrissy said that's
You're
what
right.
happened with mine. I started on one size and miscut because the sizes are side by side. Absolutely,
Hmm.
Chrissy.
So that's why um I don't know how you cut yours or whatever. I
Hmm.
put mine in. I scanned the picture and I put mine in the scan and cut, and I let her do what she was doing. So yeah.
Okay. So then that means you got your actual side, portion of
Hey
it that
Jesse.
needs to be put in. You already have it cut because you put it in the scan and cut. Hey, Jesse.
Yes. Hmm.
Okay. Okay. That's pretty awesome. That is pretty awesome. Cause, like, cause it has so many steps, right? So,
Yes, it does.
look, some of
Hmm.
us who remain nameless
Go ahead on
will
telling
be
yourself, Miss
cheating
Linda.
by using the, hey, Miss Linda, look, I found some scraps I had done before. That's what I'm using, my scraps. So, nope, not cheating. It's called reuse and repurpose those scraps. Look, Miss Ann said she loved her scan and cut.
Yeah, what I did was I copied I made a picture of the I took a copy of the picture that's in there, And if you know scan and cut, like I'm
Hey,
still
Miss
learning,
Curly. Mm-hmm.
all you have to do is take it over to the scan and cut, and then you got to go in there and find out what size is it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
And if it tell you what size it's supposed to be, you go in that scan and cut and you make it that size and you move on. Amen.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, I think two things, right? One of the big mistakes is people don't read the entire pattern. So, with something that looks as simple as this, not reading the pattern will get you messed up.
It
But
does look complicated.
also,
You're right. Mm-hmm.
what you said, Miss Linda, by using your scan and cut, you were able
Mm-hmm.
to take the finished size and cut your material based on the finished size. So I absolutely like that idea because when you're starting to quilt, so say for instance, if you wanted to, you make it a little bit bigger because you might want to run some lines through it and quilt it really quickly. So if you
Mm-hmm.
want to do that, then guess what? You got it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, also, a thing that could be a problem is the measurement. So making sure that you're not cutting the fabric too small or too big. Now, I have to admit that when I'm cutting my fabric, I always add an inch. I add a quarter. So I add a quarter to almost everything because for some reason my hand want to go left, right, and center, like not really straight. And I got a ruler, so it is what it is. But some days I do cut really straight and it does work out well. So in those times I'm okay because I have all of my I have my everything set, the universe is straight, aligned, all the planets are aligned, the sun is shining, all that, and I'm cutting it straight. But sometimes it
Sometimes
doesn't
your hand go
necessarily
off.
do
Mhm.
that.
Yeah, sometimes your hand go off a line. Yep, you're right.
Right, right. And then it becomes a problem. Then it becomes a problem.
Mm-hmm.
So, measurements are important. Now, the other thing I think we could potentially do is not mark your fabric. So, sometimes in the patterns it will tell you that you should mark your fabric and you should, remember which side is the top, remember which side is the bottom, like that kind of stuff because if you're cutting a whole lot of fabric, it is so easy to get confused on what was the top and what was the bottom, especially what is the top, what is the front, and what is the back of a certain material. So you have to be
Mm-hmm.
careful with that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now, rushing through the hard parts. I'm telling you, we all do it. We just be like, okay, let's go through it. You have to slow down
Mm-hmm.
and reread some of these little tricky parts because otherwise you'll have a problem. Now, I think one of the other things I wanted to kind of switch back over to was there are some things like in embroidery and in sewing, there's some common terms that you will see in a pattern. The first one is called WOF, and I don't mean world of fun. It means with the fabric.
I was thinking
It
something
means
else. Okay.
look now. I mean,
Hey.
what the fudge, that would work too. But we were talking about with the fabric. And so what that means is the full width of the fabric from one salvage end to the other. So let me see if I have well, I was about to say, let me see if I have a piece of fabric behind me. But yes, I do. Hold on. Let me grab something back here. Um, let's see. Let's get something pretty. So with the fabric, and you have from your salvage edge to salvage edge, would make the with the fabric. You know what? I'm just going to. Oh, I pulled a Valentine's Day fabric. Look at that.
Mm.
It's so pretty. So your with the fabric is where your salvage ends are on this. So um this is it ensures that the nice sides will show when you turn the project right sides out. So it just this is where your with the fabric is. And a lot of times you'll see WOF written in the pattern. So you need to know how wide your fabric is before you cut it. So that's the way to check it out, is by the width of fabric.
Mhm.
Um Now, right sides together. I know I've heard a lot of people say pretty sides together, but the formal term says right sides together. All that means is when you, like somebody said, the pretty sides together. So, but right sides together is your fabric to fabric. So the piece that you see to the piece that you see. So for this one, when if I would say right sides together on this, I just flip this one right here. So then I got my right sides together. So that's the fabric and the fabric. So that means right sides together, or as I've heard some people say, pretty sides together. To me, my fabric look good on both sides. So right sides together kind of work. Now, we all have heard about this. Everybody knows. Sometimes we ignore it. But there is something called a seam allowance. I don't care if you sewing a shirt, a towel, if you're making a patch, anything, well, not a patch, but if you're making a bag or anything in sewing, you're going to have a seam allowance. Now, commonly, you have a 1/4 inch seam allowance and a 1/2 inch seam allowance. And most of us have that marking on our machines. But that 1/4 inch is normally the common thing. Now, Miss Linda, you learned something about your machine the other day. What was it?
That it came with a I don't know what you call a
A
foot.
1/4 inch foot? A
Yeah,
1/4 inch foot?
and I've been trying to get that right, but I didn't know. Um, I didn't know because when I was trying to figure it out one day, Gifted Hands called me when she was at a shop, and I said she was passing by all the brother whatever
Hmm.
accessories and the needles, and I said, "Hey, go ask the lady which one is that? Which one is a 1/4 foot?" I said, "I need one. I'll send you the money. You send it to me." And when she showed me it, and I was like, "No, that can't be it." And it was it. And I have three of them foots with
Hmm.
all the different machines that I got. So I got plenty of those
Hmm.
feet. But yeah.
Yep. Hey,
Hmm.
Miss Joy, she says, I'm here in the bushes, but I'm recording with my ears. Okay, every word you saying, hearing in the bushes. Okay, yeah, Shay Shay, a 1/4 inch for quilters. That's true. So, like, for the 1/4 inch, there's also a scant 1/4 inch as well, which means it's just a tad bit over a 1/4 inch. So people will say just do a scant 1/4 inch or something like that. The normal sewing clothing is 5/8 seam allowance. Okay, Miss Linda. Okay, and then Miss Ann says she has a 1/4 inch foot on all of her sewing machines. Yes, ma'am. A 1/4 inch foot is something that is necessary. If your seam allowance is off, your piecing becomes off, because now your finished block, if you were making a block for
Hmm.
something like that, doesn't come out right because you didn't use the 1/4 inch seam. She says, I'm putting washi tape on my machine to
I
mark
have
the
that too.
1/4 inch.
Yeah, yes, Miss Shay Shay.
Yep. Yep. Shay
Miss
Shay,
Shawn told me to get that tape. Yeah. Hmm.
I have this tape. This is what I normally and there's a washi tape like that that has
Hmm.
the numbers on here. Let me turn it this way. So this has the 1/4 inch right there. So you can see the different numbers on it. But yeah, so it stuff like this it helps you. I think I got this off of Amazon.
Hmm.
But yeah, the other thing that's pretty common that we use is the different formats. Our different formats that we have for embroidery. For example, you got PES, DST, all of those things. So like Miss Linda, you want to show the people that just showed up your pretty pouches, because like you did your in the hoop pouches, they had
Hmm.
a specific format because of your machine. And so if you're new to embroidery, there's a different type of file that you're going to need for your machine. It could be PES, which means portable embroidery format. Now, so those pouches are super cute.
Yeah, this file right here came in all DST and all different kind of formats.
Hmm.
I know people say it shouldn't matter, you can still use it. No, I want PES.
Right. So for those people that have brother machines, just so you
Thank you,
know,
Jesse.
stay tuned because I am working on a solution for your machines to have a seam guide, because the magnetic seam guide that I use on my Juki will not fit yours because you have a little space up. But hopefully by this week, I will have something to show you guys next Sunday on a potential help for a guide for you guys that have those machines that have the plastic base. And your,
Yeah,
because what it is you have a plastic base, but you have metal, but it's so far up.
far away,
You
far away.
Yes, too far away. So what I'm doing is I 3D printed a model where I can actually put a little magnet in. It'll go far enough where it'll hit that piece of metal up on your thing. So I'm going to test that out. But I should have something available that you guys could do that. Oh, look, Miss
Yeah,
Ann
that's
says
what I
she
need.
won blocks from her quilt guild. Every block was a different size. Oh my goodness. So now you're going to have to size them up or even just put them all together and then
Hmm.
square it up and see what
Hmm.
happens. So yes, yes. So the other thing I think is important, even in sewing, we get what's called thread looping, and let me
Hmm.
tell you, that looping on the back of your stuff, looking like you got happy O's on the back, is not cute. But it is it's a sign that your tension is off. And a lot of times we don't notice it, right? Oh, you size each of the blocks up. Okay, good thing, Miss Ann. Look, that way you like, I ain't trying to do that at the end. I hear you. I hear you. I'm looking for one because I always, what I've started doing now is running me a test stitch on my fabric before I put the real thing in there, especially when I was doing those bags, because what I did not want was to mess up that beautiful fabric. So, like one of my bags, one of the toiletry bags that I did this week, and again, once we get off live, I will post the pictures in the Facebook group. So one of the bags has this at the bottom. Isn't that super cute? So it has this at the bottom, and for the top,
Is that
it
leather?
has, so it is it's not leather. It's like a
Leather?
some type of canvas, but it's like it's hand painted or something. It looks hand painted.
Look like hand
It
carved.
has a felt inside. It's really nice. And so the top to that particular toiletry bag is an iridescent clear vinyl. So when I tell y'all, I am so pleased with the patterns. Like I even had one that has a paisley cork. Y'all see that paisley? Oh my
Yeah.
god. And this cork. So I'm the reason why I have all my little scraps because I'm gonna put that there. Yes, ma'am, it's faux. It is definitely faux. So this cork here has like some silver in it. When I tell you it is super cute. Oh my
What's the
word.
name of
Oh,
that
here's a
cork?
bigger. So this cork, I don't have a name. It came from Sowical, Sewical, Sowical, the Colony, Texas, which used to be Millie's. So you can find her online at Sowical, Sew ICAL, but look up Socal in the Colony, Texas, and they ship. So they ship. But here's that paisley. And these corks are from Portugal.
Mm.
Man, when I tell you, gorgeous, just gorgeous. So, but yeah, I wanted to kind of talk with you guys because as we were looking at the patterns and we were looking at the thing that we're gonna make our cut it up tonight that we're gonna make here shortly. I just wanted to kind of talk with you because there were so many different things that could really happen when we read the pattern. So like, and I got to the end of the pattern was like, Lord have mercy, all this for a scissor case. I probably don't need to make this. That's what I was thinking. I'm just saying, I'm just being
Mhm.
keeping it real. I was like, there's a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
a whole lot for a scissor
Mhm.
case. Like, maybe I just throw it in my bag and not worry about a case. But we're going to, nonetheless, the people spoke in our group and we're going to make a case by Annie. Because I look, Miss Linda, I thought this was going to be the so simple thing. It looks easy. It probably
No,
is.
not till you open that pattern. I was like,
Right.
oh.
Right. And so we have started some of this. Like Miss Linda said, she threw hers over on the scan and cut. She cut out some things. And so we're going to probably do another scan and cut tutorial because I know people are using their scan and cut. So maybe next Sunday we'll put some suggestions in the group to see what people are looking for next week. But the scan and cut is amazing for stuff like that, and making sure that you're cutting properly. So if you're not using like an AccuQuilt Go, or if you wanted to use something else, we can definitely do some more stuff with the scan and cut for sure.
Cool.
All right. So now I think we probably should get to sewing on this stuff. So, oh, Miss Linda, wait a minute, it was me. So if you were here last Sunday, I did finish my bag. Like I know we got off live before I finished it because my interior was like over. But look at this thing. It's right here. This thing is huge, man.
Hmm. Put a body in
But
there.
I finished it. I finished it. And so it can stand up on its own and everything.
She said stand up on its own. Hmm.
But
That's
it is
nice.
a big old nice bag. So I finished it. I took a picture. I posted it in the group because I actually finished it last Sunday night. That was one of those things. I said I was gonna finish it out. Since we had been on live for 5 hours, I was like, oh God, I'll finish it off live. And so I was able to do that. And we got it all done. Got it all done. So it looked great. So now, Miss Linda, what is your front fabric? So what's the fabric that you're using for the front of your case?
Mine is all the same thing, honey.
Okay. Okay.
We ain't got no choices around here. We're gonna use one.
Okay.
'Cause
Okay.
I'm like, oh my God, after I was looking this morning and cutting everything, and I went to look through the whole pattern, and I said, boy, I should have never put by Annie on there.
Oh God.
I said I
Hey,
should have
hey.
never did that, honey. Mm-mm.
Well,
Mm-mm.
look, we're gonna try it. We're gonna definitely try it and see. I
Mm-mm.
didn't put mine on the scan and cut, so I just got all my squares so far. But I've already put my magnet in here. So this is a magnet. So I already got my magnet. This is my front cover. And guys, I'm
Mhm.
using scrap. So mine is gonna be the scrappy scissor thingy. So
That still
I
works.
got
Hmm.
this is my inside, that's my backside. And so I think we ready to start sewing. I'm gonna turn on our the cameras on the machine because I still have some cutting to do. So now y'all see mine look square now. It's supposed to turn out like that. We're gonna see how the cutting happens. Cause cutting is not always my friend. Sometimes it goes the wrong way, but it's okay. We're gonna
Hmm.
get it. Now, this pattern you can get on byannie.com or at whatever your local retailer. Most people have them now. When I have a chance, I want to. Oh, you're welcome.
You're welcome, Miss Joy.
Um, So we are going to start working on this now. Of course, because you have to buy the pattern, we're not gonna give you sizes and stuff, but we're making the large one. You making the large one, right, Miss Linda?
I it started out large. It might be a
Uh-huh.
medium. It might be a medium. I don't know. It might be a medium.
Oh,
I
Miss
don't know.
Ann said we not encouraging others to do this project. Well, I'm sorry, Miss Ann. It's one of them things. Like I just got to keep it real. It's like okay, we're gonna do it though. We're gonna do it. It's gonna
Yeah.
come out great and cute, and y'all gonna love it. Cause guess what?
Mm-hmm.
My cutting is
Mm-hmm.
the same way all the time. Like but I am getting better and I'm so learning my tools. Like one of the things that I absolutely adore is my cutting mat. So my cutting mat makes a difference. I know what I'm doing. Yeah, yeah, Chrissy, she said a medium. So we're gonna see when we done. Hey, the scissors are going to fit. They are going to fit for sure.
I don't know.
So you say you don't know.
I don't know. I'm gonna tell you right now, mine ain't gonna fit. I can sit it right on top and tell you it's a medium.
Oh, okay. But you know what? It's for snips and it's for we got them little bitty scissors. They'll fit in there. So yeah, yeah. I'm about to attach my case, this part to the main case. So that's where I'm at next. That's my next phase.
Okay, we're gonna have some faith, Jesse. Mm-hmm.
We can do it. We're gonna do it. I'll have no doubt it's gonna get done. Y'all gonna see it. It's gonna come together like it always does. Like
Mm-hmm.
last Sunday, those humongous bags, they came right on together and we were able to do them. So yep, we got it, Jesse. We got it. Well, a little coffee in
Mm-hmm.
tow, we got it. Especially for me.
Oh, Coca-Cola.
Oh, you got a Coca-Cola?
Mm-hmm.
So my next step here is to sew mine together. So my now I think one of the big things to understand too, it goes back to understanding. I wish the way they have this. Oh, we're gonna bind it. Okay, I was about to say. So I really wish that there was a thing to show. But I think one of the biggest things with mine is I'm gonna have to increase um my stitch oh gosh, what is it called? My stitch adjuster because and I need to also increase my pressure foot or decrease the pressure. Let me put it down so I can see. Because what's happening is right now because I have such thickness in here, I'll have all those loops in the back. So I need to reduce the pressure on the foot so that I think I went the right way. So that when it stitches, it doesn't have all those loops. Now I'm gonna tell you what I got. Let me grab a piece of scrap material because what you want to do is make sure um, I'm gonna make sure that it's the right pressure for this thickness. So when you're testing it out, like I just grabbed some scraps just to see what my stitch is gonna look like. Make sure it doesn't have a whole bunch of loops in the back. And if you see here, I mean, it looks really good. It's pretty clean. There are no loops back here. So I think we're good to go. But it's very important to me to make sure that I have that my stitches are correct and that I don't have all those little crazy loops. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna back stitch and then I'm just gonna sew straight down. Then I'm not gonna take it up. I'm just gonna turn it. Oh, you know what? See, this
Mm.
part is the slow down piece. What's wrong?
I was trying to put my little tab on there, but I forgot I got the bias too.
Oh yeah, yeah. We have to put a tab on here. Well, and the
Oh
good thing
yeah.
is bias. The bias is Look, the bias cleans all the mishaps up. Let me just tell y'all that. Because when you bind it, you'll have so much, it'll come out much more beautiful because you put that binding on there.
Mm-hmm.
And it just makes it all uniform. And one of the things I always say, mistakes happen. Y'all have heard me many times tell you, if you ride with me, a U-turn is in your future. Because I know, even if I'm on, if I am even listening to the GPS, we might have to make a U-turn. So it just happens, especially in this where I live, because in Dallas, let me tell you what, the roads, they go so far, and it's like all the things. Oh, Jesse said he has a Pepsi. So
Oh, sweet,
now
sweet.
we got our pocket. Look at that. It's already there. So that's the first part to getting that there. So now I have attached my case front to my main part. Now, here's what I have to do next. So I have to assemble my case, which I've done. Oh, so I just like skipped all over that. So now I have to shape it up. That goes back to what Miss Linda has already done on her scan and cut. So she is literally sewing her pieces already. Now I in turn am gonna have to do some cutting because, and I'm gonna cut mine. I'm just gonna bring my cutting board over here so you all can see me cut this. And so this little round cutting board is brought to me by who those people? Who are those people? Um, I'm sorry. It is the Martelli. Martelli. Martelli are the people who make this board, and it actually is on a rotating surface, but I don't have the rotating surface. I don't want to put it up here because I don't want it to move. So okay, so now what I have to do is get my handy dandy little ruler, and I am going to cut this based on the measurements that it has said in the pattern. And I need a marking tool. So I'm going to use what kind of pen is this? This is a friction pen. And I'm going to use this to mark it. And then I have my little, I had a ruler here somewhere because I've been using it all afternoon. I'm not sure where it went. Let's see. Make sure it's not under there. I'm gonna tell you. Oh, it's right here. I did not lose it. So I have my I love quilting ruler. That's what we're using by Creative Grids. And so I'm just going to take and follow the instructions that they have here. So I'm going to measure, and then I'm going to mark off my lines. Now, the one thing about this pen, it also has like a little if I was to preferate, if I needed to perforate something, but color comes out too. So like you can mark it like that too, or it actually has um, a pen tip too. So it has a couple of things that you can use on it. So I'm going to use the pen tip. And so I have this on the board and I need it at, where's my 90-degree angle? Here's a 45. I can use a 45. Okay. So I'm going to use mine with the 45-degree angle right there. All right. So normally, if I'm in this room by myself and ain't nobody watching me, I just cut. I don't be marking nothing. And that's one of the big mistakes. Like literally, I just talked about that. That's one of the big mistakes that people make is they don't mark. They don't mark. They just cut. Like problem. All right. So and this time I'm actually going to do the right thing. And it's just because y'all watching. Now, Miss Linda, you decided because you had made this before or you made it earlier today that you were not going to interface yours or put the you
Correct.
decided not to put yours
Correct.
on there in there. So how do you think it feels right now based on is it like are you
I
feeling
mean, when when I first looked at it, I know it's batting in there. But if
mhm
you really think about it, what is the interfacing for?
mhm
I mean, that's some scissors. That's what is the interfacing for?
Oh, you're figuring what is the benefit of having it there.
Yeah, I mean, it's no good to me. That's just
Gotcha.
me.
Okay. Well, and I get it. So I think two things. Like if I was traveling on a plane and I was putting this truly
Oh,
on an
they
airplane or something.
Miss Shawn, they ain't gonna let you on there with them scissors, no way.
No, no, no. I will put it in my travel case, in my backpack, in my
Okay.
bag.
Mm-hmm.
And so if I were doing that, then I would probably now I don't know that this is true to size because this is huge. I'm just saying this right now.
Yeah, but you got
But
them big them Secret Santa
I
scissors. You
do.
got you can put them in
Well,
there.
those, but
Mm-hmm.
I also have my other big ones, right? So like I have huge scissors, so like they'll fit, and maybe I was making them for the two of these because like I literally could get both of these off in here. Oh, that would be nice.
Mm-hmm.
I could travel like that. Look at there, they both fit.
You going to jail? You going to jail? You going to jail?
I'm not taking them on the plane, but they
Mm-hmm.
both will fit in here. This is awesome. I ain't cutting the sides like that. I want mine like this. So this is what happens. This is what happens when we want to alter our own patterns. I'm just saying. So, but I mean, you see how big my scissors are. This is a 10 inch. This is a 10 inch pair of scissors here, and then this one here is a 6 inch. She says, "Do not pass go and collect $100." Shay Shay, look, girl. I'm just thinking maybe I just want to keep them big. I don't want to cut it down so I can carry two pair of scissors versus one. We're gonna see. We're going to see because I still have to put my other magnet. So I have a magnet here. I have to add the other part of the magnet into this case, which I think I probably should have done by now, but it doesn't. So here's a misread. I may have misread it somewhere. Um, because I'm looking now to see if it told me I should have put the magnet in the inside yet, but it has not. Oh, yep. Yep, I was supposed to do it to the case and the main. Okay, so I just need to go back and add my little magnet. All right, so I'm shaping up my case now is what I'm doing. And so I really don't want to cut this because I do like the fact that I could potentially have two pair of scissors in here. So I think I'm going to leave it. And I'm just going to put my binding on here. Now, I have cut my binding already. Um let's see what I missed. What did I miss? Oh, good night, gifted
All right,
hands.
Miss Ann. Good night, Miss Gifted
Um,
Hands. Good night, Miss Ann.
oh, good night, Miss Ann. Did I miss that too? Oh, yep. She says she gotta go. We'll watch the rest in
Mm-hmm.
the morning. I'm sure they will turn out great. Happy sewing. Hey, unbiased. Welcome in.
Hello.
Yes. Hey, queens on the panel and chat. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday.
Hello.
All right.
Hello. Happy Sunday.
So here's what I did. So I actually have the by Annie magnets. And so the by Annie magnets, they come in a clear case, which is amazing because you don't necessarily have to take them out of the case. You can sew the case in, and that's what I'm going to do. Now, with the by Annie magnets, there is a flat, smooth side, and then there's a side with writing on it. Her magnets are so strong. So when the side that has the writing on it is the least strong. The side that's smooth is the strongest. So in this case, you see how that clipped on it? Like literally, the best way to move her magnets is to slide them. Because now, if I turn it where the thing is, so I have the positive side right there, and this is the negative side that I have here in my hand. Now I'm going to fold this down because I want to know where my magnet is, and that's going to be off in this area. So I'm going to mark this area with my pen so that I'll know where it needs to go. X marks the spot. Now all I'm going to do from here is just sew this little magnet. I'm going to sew around the edges of the vinyl because it's in a little vinyl pack. So all I'm going to do is sew around the outside. And so that's going to be my first I keep doing that. The first thing that I do. So sew around it. And all I'm doing is attaching this and kind of like a tack down. And I'm just doing it around the vinyl. Ugh. Then once I get this on here, I have a little magnet cover that I am also going to add over here that's going to match this. All right, so now I have a little piece of fabric that matches the green to cover this, or I had it. And again, if you are new to us, new to the channel, thank you so much for coming in. We appreciate it. Today we are working on a by Annie pattern. We put a call, a vote out in our Facebook group for what people wanted to see this weekend. And it was a by Annie pattern. And so that is what we are working on. We are working on the cut it out pattern, which is a pattern to make and hold your scissors. For those of you that travel with your sewing utensils, this is just a travel buddy for your scissors. Now, I'm not really sure what happened to my little square because I hope I didn't drop it in the trash. There's a trash can right here next to me. But I cut out a tiny little triangle. I'm gonna tell y'all what I want to do, which is probably what I'm gonna do. So I cut myself these new tags for all my bags. I'm gonna cover it. Well, if I cover it, let me see. Make sure it's no, that's too much. I just need something thin because when I close it, I need it to stay there. Yeah, I need it to stay there. So all I'm looking for is a little piece of thread. I mean, not thread. So I have these green accent pieces. Make sure it didn't fall in my trash because I am literally, I don't see it. All right. So if you're just joining us, thank you for joining us. Thank you for hanging in there with us. It's Sunday Funday. We are making our little carrying cases for our scissors when we travel. Because let me tell you, having a pair of scissors just hanging out in your bag is not cool. Because if TSA or somebody opens up your luggage and that stuff falls out, no one wants that. We need to have our stuff in containers, in packages, especially, you know, when you put it underneath, and sometimes they tend to go search your things, then yes, you definitely want to have um, it covered. So all I am doing is making me a little square because it's not big that I need. And it's just going to help to secure my magnet. And so I've just cut a square because I can't find my other one. And I'm going to stitch around this, and this will help make sure that my magnet remains in place. Now, because of how it's going to look on the other side, I will probably have something decorative to put on the outside of my case. Uh-oh. This is what they call an invisible magnet. So how's yours coming, Miss Linda?
Coming along, I guess it's coming along pretty good, pretty good.
Okay. If I can stop hitting my, let me tell you, if it's one thing that drives me nuts about this Juki, it is the fact that I can cut my thread when I'm not trying to. It's a good thing and a bad thing all at the same time because I'm literally not trying to cut it. I just want to turn it or start sewing. So I am just sewing really, really close to my magnet. There we go. Now, the next step that I have to do since I'm keeping this, have you started putting your binding on, Miss Linda?
Yes, ma'am. I'm working on that right now, but I got a boo boo, so I got to take it off.
Okay. So I'm going to work on my binding now too. And the way they have us doing the binding on here, now I just realized something. My binding is way too big. Like it's way too big. And I need to put my little loop on here. So they had us cut um a little piece to add so you can have you like a loop to hold it. And so what I need to do is sew that down. So let me look at my presser. Um, so all I'm doing is I'm taking the little piece that they told us to cut, and I'm folding it in half, and I'm using my this one, my little presser. It's like a, and I'm just pressing it down. It's like you would do in a finger press with the material. But then you can actually iron this down. And so all I'm going to do is stitch down both sides of this and down the middle because I like a third seam. I don't know why, but I do. I like the look of it. So I always do 3. Now, let me tell you what I didn't do was check it because this stitch needs to be at 2 because this is significantly thinner than this. Now, let me show you the difference. So, like this stitch here is a little too loose for me. And so I'm going to take this out because I should have changed my stitch to 2.5, and it was still sitting at 3 because I was stitching on the thickness of that. So making sure that, again, it's one of those things. Hey Derica, welcome in. Hey Miss Marissa, welcome in. We are working on a scissor holder for travel. Miss Linda used her scan and cut to cut hers out. And I am using my I'm actually cutting everything. I cut everything out. Ooh. And what I'm doing now is removing some stitches really quickly because I forgot to change my the stitch. So you have to change your stitch setting based on the thickness of the material that you're sewing. And so 2.5, when you're just sewing like just regular material like this, between 2 and 2.5 inches is just fine. And I also need to change my pressure back to regular, because that matters too. So when you start looking at what you're sewing, the thickness of what you're sewing, all of that makes a difference. Because what you don't want is little loops. And one day maybe I'll go through a session, because like if I have this too, if my presser foot is too tight or any of that, this material will curl up under the back of there. And you'll be like, why is my material curling? Because you got too much pressure on that material. Or then it'll try to hang with it or something like that. Like the material really does do some funny stuff depending on the pressure and tension that you have set. So very important to understand. Once you start looking at your machine, understanding it, that makes a difference. Just makes a difference. So welcome in, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Sure appreciate you all. If you haven't already and you learned one thing today, like I make U-turns all the time on the road, anything, hit that thumbs up. If you haven't already joined the channel, please consider joining the channel. I am planning to go live. I'm not sure if it's going to be tonight or tomorrow, but I know it will be on either Facebook or Instagram, because I need to go live and test out my new technology. So I have some I have some meta glasses that are that I can go live, and it gives you a whole different view from my face perspective. So I think I might go live, because I have some stuff on the resin printer, that I was gonna go in there and do like a alcohol wash of the item and all that. Now I don't like the way this stitch looks either, so this might just be, I know this is a test thing, but let me see. I just changed my stitch. Now that looks a whole lot better. And so I'll let you see the side by side. So the stitches. So this is the top stitch, is the stitch that I like the best. The bottom stitch is the one where it wasn't right, where my pressure and all that wasn't right. But you can see the difference. So yeah, my poor little loop. I'm gonna fold this in one more time, and then I'm gonna stitch it down right along the edge. And this is gonna be my little loop. This is the because these little cases actually have a loop on them. Sometimes, now if you are making something like this and you need to have a little looper handle, and you want it to be thicker, you can add an interface in there and it'll make it just a little bit thicker. Back stitch. Yeah, we're good to go. Oh, I have my scissors hanging off me. All right, so now what I have to do, because I'm going to go ahead and attach my little loop, and my loop is, I think it's a little big, but I'm going to go ahead and put it on the inside here, because I need it to be inside of my binding. And so because of that, you put it on the inside before you do your binding. So that way it stays. And I'm going to back stitch, and I'm going to go over it a couple times, because this thing is going to get some wear and tear if you're really holding on to the loop. So that's why I like to go over it a couple times, and then it'll get stitched again when I put the binding on. How's it going, Miss Linda?
It's going pretty good, I guess.
Okay, I see you over there. Have you put your binding on?
That's what I'm trying to do now, but we're not friends.
So you know, one of the things I saw someone do was put a little double-sided tape or a little glue on there and
Mm-hmm.
press it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so
Well,
I
we
think
ain't friends.
I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
turn on my little iron and because this is way too wide. And so let me show you guys. So like if I put, so this is how I have it right now. But if I put this here, stitch it in and then pull it around the front, well, that's not too bad. I thought it was gonna be way too thick, but it's not too bad. I don't know though. I don't know that I want my little fringes to show because I am using 2.5 inch binding, and this actually doesn't. It calls for less. So one of the things that well, actually, that's kind of cute. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna turn on my iron, and I'm gonna put a little bit of glue, and I think I'm gonna iron it down and then stitch it because if I do that, then I only have to go around it one time. And so that by itself just saves time. And I use Rebecca's glue. Rebecca's glue is a um, semi-permanent glue, so it's a temporary glue, and it activates with heat. And so it literally holds all that stuff in place, so I don't have to worry about it. So uh, let's do that. So I'm gonna turn on my little iron and turn it all the way up and move my little ironing board over here. And you all will see I've been doing all kinds of stuff. I've been working on bags. I did make another H2O bag.
Mm.
Yeah, I made an H2O bag. I made 9 toiletry bags.
All right.
The raw edges go together for the first stitching around. Mine don't. Normally they don't. I don't never do that, Miss Chris. Mm-mm. Um, and so I'm gonna tell you why I don't. Because the way I like to do it is my when I finish, because sometimes I actually like to see like so I'll even take which is why I had it on my Christmas list. I'll even take my pinking shears. I like the edges of the pinking shears. And so because I like that look, I often I often just leave mine like that versus pulling it in. But this is my Rebecca's glue that I like to use. And I'm running out, so I need to order me some more. I got like a little bit in here. Turn it upside down. We're gonna get every drop. We're unbiased at unbiased. We're gonna get every drop of that glue, girl. Every drop. But I get what you're saying, Miss Chris, because like a lot of times, when people are doing their bias, they actually fold both sides in to the center so that they don't have to do that, and then it just kind of clasps over it. But I'm trying to figure out what I want to see on this because I got so many different colors in this thing right now. So let me do this. I think I'm going to fold mine into the center because I want it kind of big binding, but not really. Let me see how I like that look. And I may just have to pin it. because technically, if I do it like that, nope, it's not enough. So I'm going back to the way I had it. All right, back to square one, because I really do want it to cover up the edges, and it will. And so I'm in the what I call the short rows of the finishing this up. So I'm just going to add a little bit of my glue here, and you don't need a lot. Like I'm just going to add a dot if it ever comes out. Let me see. This container has two different ways the glue can come out. It comes out in a little pointed way, or it can come out through the bottom here. So I'm just going to tap it out. Okay, there we go. So tap a little bit on there, and then my little fringes are going to be on the inside. I think then all I have to do is iron it down and it'll stay. Because now this helps when you're not trying to do all that clipping too. It actually helps a lot with whenever you don't want to clip. And I do have like some 505 stick glue somewhere around here too. That does very similar. It will hold it down so that while you're stitching, it stays in place and it doesn't move. Plus, I think this gives you a good opportunity to see what it really is going to look like.
Mm-hmm.
What you think about yours? How's it coming so far, Miss Linda?
Yeah, me and the binder never got along. We were never friends, so
Okay.
I'm trying to work this here.
Okay. Uh-oh, wrong edge. Let me set my iron up. All right. Okay. So sometimes I feel like I should take my little corners on things like this and round them. Because technically we can. And I'm telling you, this glue is such a friend to me. It's like my BFF of quilting.
Mm-hmm.
So all I'm back here doing is putting a little bit of glue just to tack it down so that it'll stay in place. And I heat it with Rebecca's glue. The heat is what keeps it intact. Now let me look at this. It doesn't really have a miter corner. It has a more rounded corner. But I kind of feel like I want a miter corner, but I'm not. I'm not gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So up here at the top, I think I'm just gonna pin, and then I'm gonna come back around because I'm trying my best not to miter it, but I almost want to. Mine will kind of look mitered. I'm gonna just say that it might look a little bit like it because I really want to, but it's so tiny. I don't know.
Yeah, it's getting kind of flinky here when you're trying to do this.
To go around the top.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to. I'm almost. It's almost. I'm gonna call it an almost miter because I really do want to miter it, but I'm not. I'm gonna try to go with the pattern, man. I'm trying to follow the pattern.
Sometimes you have to go the other way.
I know. I can't wait to see when Miss Linda Gray make hers because she won hers in the that was one of the this is
Hmm.
one of the patterns that she actually won in the
Hmm.
500 people giveaway. So I can't wait to see yours, Miss Linda Gray.
Daddy, Mama said come eat.
So what are you guys working on? Anybody working on anything tonight? Anybody trying to get out there? Monday orders? Anybody working on something new and exciting? Wait, did Miss Jennifer leave us? How did she get to start back on her grandbaby's quilt again today?
Oh,
She
I
might have
don't
left us
know.
already.
I would love to see that.
Yeah, she's been working on them alphabets. It's been coming out so pretty.
Yeah, it was a little challenging. But hey, start from A and work your way on.
That's a beautiful quilt.
Hmm.
So, guys, anybody interested in like maybe us? I know we talked about before doing a block together. So maybe next
Hmm.
Sunday I'll post in the group a block and we can work on it together. Like I have some different
Sounds
thoughts
good.
of blocks that we could do, and just pull your scraps together because it's not gonna be a heavy one, not gonna be something. I'm not gonna have you doing twinkle twinkle little stars or anything, but you'll be you'll be able to say you put a block together, kind of like we did those our mini quilts when we made the quilts for the animals.
Hmm.
We got doggy quilts. Like Honey's loves her quilt. She absolutely every time Miss Linda sees Honey, when we're downstairs, that's where she is. She parks on her quilt. Like I don't even have to worry about her. She right on the little quilt.
Hmm.
That's her spot. All right, so I have glued this down officially, and I am about to iron the last little section. I actually like this. This looks so cute. All these colors. I got 1,001 colors in here, but that's what happens when you use your scraps. Look, another scrap
Hmm.
buster right here.
Yeah.
And when I go to my quilt retreat, I'm taking this with me. Y'all think I'm playing? This is gonna travel.
All
Half
right.
pouch will travel. Half pouch will travel. Oh, Smurfs Creation says she's cleaning her room. I will put a picture in the group when I finish. All right, Miss Linda. Miss Jennifer says, I'm done. I'm done all the embroidery. Oh, yes. Nice, Miss Jennifer.
I know it's pretty.
Yeah, last I saw it was so cute. So cute. All right, I need a pair of scissors here. And Miss Chris posted her she made a Valentine's Day heart. That thing was cute. And she
Hmm.
posted it in the
Yes, it
group. Oh
was
my god.
a
It was so
Valentine heart.
cute.
Hmm. I
Yeah,
said,
that
look
thing
at her
came out.
sitting over there up all night
Mm-hmm.
working on a project. Okay, Miss Chris.
Mm-hmm. Look, she designed it too. She
Hmm.
did she made it in her Sew What Pro. Yeah, super cute. I've been looking at all the pictures. I'm like, man, Shay Shay went on a shopping spree from She let her fingers do the walking
All right,
and
girl.
clicking and clicking. Look, walking and clicking over there.
Hmm.
Let me tell y'all something. When I get up from this sewing desk, I look like, oh, let me show you how it looks. So see, I have pressed it on, and now all I'm gonna do is go around here and stitch it up. I'm gonna start up here at the top
Hmm.
and roll all the way around. I'm gonna slow this down because I'm doing too much. And so the one thing about Rebecca's glue is that while you use it, it actually washes out if you put your garment in the washing machine. And so the way I did this, I'm only going to sew one time. So I ain't going, because this is for me, it's already going through. So it's going through on the back side. I actually like this pouch. You like yours? You like how it came out, Miss Linda?
Yes, ma'am. Look at Shay Shay over there telling fibs. She's over there fibbing.
She said she not buying anything else. Oh, we
That's what
don't
she said a
believe
couple of weeks
you.
ago. She said that a couple of weeks ago.
She said it a couple of weeks ago.
Yep.
Was that when she showed us the other diva?
Probably was about the same time, Miss Sean.
Yes, indeed. All right, Miss Shay Shay. Now, the only thing I really want to
Hey,
do is
Shaka.
add something. I'm gonna add something. Hey, Shaka, welcome in.
Yes, you're fibbing, Shay Shay. Exactly, Jesse. Who are you kidding?
Ooh, Shay Shay, everybody knows.
Hey, what you want? You want a snack? Hmm?
Is that Bentley? Hey, Bentley.
Mm-hmm. Look at her. I don't want to play right now. It's getting chilly. Well, let me open the door and let you out.
Oh boy. All right. I see a couple of flaws, but I like it. Oh, and it stays. Let me see. Here's my little loop. Okay. That's not bad at all. I actually like it. Now let's put some scissors in it. Uh-oh. Oh, the scissors got to go down farther. There we go. Mm-mm. So these scissors can't fit. It's going to have to be my snips or maybe even my applique scissors. Let's see if they go. I had to play hide the scissors in mine, but that did do its thing. All right, Miss Linda, you ready to show and tell? So you on mute.
It's too big for snips.
Mm-hmm.
It's too small for my big scissors.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking about my Dollar Tree special.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay. And
Mm-hmm.
I want to use Velcro. and I should have put the
Mhm.
Velcro. I should have put the Velcro on before I attached the front and the back.
Now you know what Velcro would be good because like the way mine are, depending on the scissors that you put in here, I might want to have a little bit more space. So then if I had Velcro, I could have a Velcro strip,
You put your strip
and
down. That's what I got.
then
Hmm.
uh huh,
Yeah.
yeah, I like the Velcro idea. I do like the Velcro idea. Now mine is leaning a little bit to the left, so it's not quite centered. But I like it just the same.
So
And
you
it's
made
probably
yours a square.
I did because I said I could put two pair in here.
You know what? I thought about that earlier. Okay. Um, Shay say, don't tell Linda. I don't know what you're talking about, but I know you bought something. Okay. Right now
Oh, yep.
I have my Dollar Tree special in here. Now I'll carry
You
this
know what?
around in my purse.
Now you know what else will fit in there? Your little snips.
No, it's too big. It's way
Oh,
too
what
big.
about the
I
ones
can
I
put a
sent
few of
you?
them in there. I don't know.
What about the ones?
I gotta go get. I gotta go get that box.
Okay.
That might fit in there, but
Mm-hmm.
a few of them could fit in here.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
yeah, a few of them. I
Oh,
like
but
that.
you know
That was
what?
a
You could
nice
put
one.
that in there, and you could put like even like a seam ripper.
Mm. Here she go right here. Hmm. Okay, we own it.
Yep.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
ma'am. We own it.
Mm-hmm. There
And
you
I'm gonna do
go.
another one. Oh wow, they're going all the way down in there. But you know what? That is cool to make it a square. You can stick all kind of stuff. Thank you. You can stick all kind of stuff in there.
Mm-hmm. It's like now
I can
you
make
got
a
a little carrying pouch.
Yeah, I could make a pouch like that. Put my gun in there. I'm just saying though.
I mean, you could. I'm in Texas. We carry. So, yeah. But I like it. I mean, I like it. I like it that it has like I like the magnet, but I like the Velcro idea a lot better too.
Yeah, because I didn't think about that. Instead of putting like a little square, you could have put a strip. Because whatever you're using that's big, you could still Velcro it. Okay, got you, got you,
Mhm.
got you.
Yep. Yep. You can still Velcro it, but this doggone magnet ain't no joke. Now, here's the thing that I do will do because I have like this square right here.
Hmm.
This will be perfect for me to iron on like one of my made patches or one of the patches I have. I can put that on there.
Thank you, guys.
So I literally could put something on here. One of my little labels for my bags I could put on here just like that. As a matter of
Mm.
fact, let me see if I got a big enough one.
And what did you use? You used stabilizer and you used puff.
So I use on this part here. So the back part has soft and stable. Some of my scraps off of my soft and stable. The front
Hmm.
here is actually batting. So this is one of them purses I made that I had quilted already, and I had scraps from it. So everything I got right here, everything's a scrap.
Okay.
So 100% scraps, and I like the square part. Like I could see myself making another one that's a little bit. Let me see. This is how patterns get modified, people. Another one wider with a little handle and a Velcro strip or a zipper, and boom, it's a pouch.
And see, I was gonna use snaps, and then I said, no. Why don't I just use Velcro? Thank you,
Mm-hmm.
Donzel.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Donzel.
Why don't I use
Thank you,
Velcro?
Shay Shay. So, look, Smurfs Creations is laughing at us. I'm just saying, you know. But I do like the idea. I'm gonna do that right now. Let's see, because guys, I made me some really cute tags for my bags.
Hmm.
Um, and so I can sew them on, but I also have these, which that's not big enough. But I did have some square ones that I made with the Go Savvy Design logo on it.
Hmm.
But my bag tags, they super cute. So this one, because it's just for me, I had one bag tag that I messed up yesterday. But guys, thank you so much for joining us. This is cool. I like it. I like it a lot, Miss Linda.
Yeah, it was. It was when you look at the pattern, it was really. I was like, oh my god, maybe I should have put Bianni up there. Oh god, let me go remove that. And then when I went to go look, I seen all the people on there. I was like, oh Lord Jesus.
You
Okay.
can't remove it now. Like you're stuck
Hmm.
now. It was one of those things. I was like, man, she added something. Like, oh
Hmm.
God.
Yeah.
And I don't even know how to make a
Something
poll where
different.
you can't. Yeah,
Yeah.
it
It
really
was just something
is.
different.
Well, and here's the thing too. I think, because of the fact that it's something you would use in your own, it's for yourself. It's like one of those things you would be making for yourself for travel or something like that. It 100% is great. So,
I mean, you say travel. Hey, you could put your lipstick in here, your eyeliner,
mhm.
the mascara for those who wear that stuff. You could put that stuff
Mhm.
in there and hey, Velcro whatever, button it whatever, and keep it moving.
Yeah. So guys, if you are not on Facebook, I'm going to post my pictures in the Facebook group for the stuff that I made this week. But I will also put it on my Instagram page too. So if you're not on, because there are some people I don't think are on Facebook, but they are on Instagram. So I'm gonna post it on the Go Savvy Design Instagram page. Let me see. I'm finna press this. I thought I had a pressing pad, but I'm just gonna use a piece of material. Here's one. And then press that, and I'm gonna see how it comes out. But yes, thank you so much, Jesse. This was fun. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you. Yeah, you be amazed at what you can really stick. I could stick one of my I don't know,
All right.
something in here.
There you go.
Yep. See that?
Add him a bag
Mm-hmm.
tag. It's on there now. The only thing now, this will be cute. It will make it see it's hard to be creative. So I could see putting a like beforehand. I could have put like one of them little like you said, a snap or something to hold this down and all of that. But I mean, this magnet is no joke.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's holding. But yep, there we go. We got our. I don't know. Mine is not exactly by Annie. It's by something.
It's by go.
So right,
It's by go.
right. Like I modified the pattern. It was one of them.
Hmm.
Oh, I modified the
And I thought
pattern.
about
Yes.
squaring off the bottom. I'm like, man. And then I said, you know what? If you got the right material and the right batten or whatever, it'll make a
Mm-hmm.
nice gun case. But it has to be thick enough to hold that gun.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, and they have there's some the Decoville. Like you can put a Decoville
Hmm.
heavy
Hmm.
on there, and yeah, there you go. It'll 100% be able to hold it, especially the heavy one.
Hmm.
I
Yeah,
can
that
see it.
was
I can see
I
that.
enjoyed that. Thank you. I
Yeah.
enjoyed that.
Yes, ma'am. Well, that was a great pattern. She did that. I like it a lot. And this was the cut it out scissors case. And as you
Hmm.
see, we got other use cases for it. So
Hmm.
um it worked out well. You can actually buy the pattern on byannie.com. And they actually also have with this an add-on video tutorial. So how to part of that tutorial teaches you how to put those magnets in there and hide them and all that kind of good stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
really good pattern. These are the patterns that she makes to try to help you get used to doing stuff, kind of like what I was saying earlier. Let me turn off my iron so I don't have no mishaps here. um One of the things I was saying earlier, common things that happen when you're sewing. Now, let me tell you another common thing. When you are cutting with rotary cutters and things like that, make sure after you're done, you close it, because if you
Mm-hmm.
got little people running around your house, if you have just anyone that could potentially come in your sewing space that don't understand that this blade is a blade, because it may not look like a blade to other people. We know what it is. But things like this, you have to keep them closed just for safety purposes, because otherwise somebody walk in, they might get cut or something like that. Now, just to kind of go back to some of the things we talked about earlier, seam allowances, understanding those, making sure you know how to read the pattern, don't skip the instructions, um making sure you got the right fabric for what you're going to do, which project you're using. All of those things are very important. So if you missed all that information, please go back to the front and replay us from the beginning, because we did talk about some common mistakes that people make when they sew. And we also cover just some important items that you should know while you're sewing. Like we talked about the 5 mistakes people make, and then five things that we learn as we sew and go, things like that. And we also talked about me making U-turns, because that's a thing. It's a thing. Miss Linda, what else? What's going on this week? What you got on your agenda for the week?
I'm going to work on some more Valentine's Day stuff. And that's about it, Miss Shawn. I do want to do some the embroidery machine. I haven't been using her much, so I want to play with her a little bit this week.
Okay. Okay. I did do some beanies last night. They came out really good. I can't wait to get them shipped out tomorrow. So I think that'll be a really, really good thing
It's been
too.
so cold. And I got a whole bin in there full of them that I can embroider on. But I really need to make me one because I want me just a scully,
Mm-hmm.
with my name on it. So I might do that tomorrow.
Yes. Oh,
Because
let me
tonight
show
I'm
you guys.
hungry and don't feel like it tonight. But yeah, I need. Oh yeah, that's
So
nice.
this is a phone holder. Um, so this will put your phone on it, hold it.
Hmm.
Not bad.
That's
Not bad. I've
nice.
been playing with the 3D printer. I also made one of these. Miss Jennifer gave me a good idea. So this is a
Hmm.
bias holder, binding holder. And literally, now you know what? This also could work for, how we hold our fabric on the boards with pins and stuff. This is
Yes.
just a little clip. So that clip could go right there, same way I'm holding that. But this is a bias maker. So you got a bias maker too. But yes,
Okay,
some different
girl.
tools, different things. I will be
Girl,
putting
you over
some of
there
these
doing the
things
thing.
out there. Hey, I'm trying to use the little brain, get some stuff out there. We all be doing creative stuff. I'm looking for ways to help us keep ourselves organized and just do some stuff that everybody can use. Well, guys, Miss Linda, it has been
Yep.
a wonderful fun day Sunday, and I enjoyed
Thank you.
making this. By the
I
way,
enjoyed
one
it too.
hundred
I'm
percent.
gonna stick my Dollar Tree special in here, and hey, I'm gonna sit it over there, and if not tonight, probably won't be tonight. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do another one in the morning,
Hmm.
and I think it'll be bigger too. And not only that, Miss
Yeah.
Shawn, if you make it big enough, you could put
Mhm.
another pocket here and you could put something else here. For instance, your
Mhm.
needles, stick your needle, your little
Yes.
pack of needles down in there. Then you can have a spot for
Mhm.
your rotary, and then you can have a spot for your scissors.
True.
Hmm.
Look, this little thing can grow into your carry-all, like your
Yeah.
tools, like just
Hmm.
the minimum tools that you need to
Yep.
take with you if you were sewing for someone.
Yep. Thank you.
Mhm.
Um, that to this. All righty, Miss Shay Shay. You have a good night too.
Good night, Shay Shay. Thank you.
Time to
Thank
get
you,
something to eat
Darika.
now.
Yes, yes, me too. Well, guys, we appreciate you for being here.
Yes.
Thank you for all the thumbs up and thank you for watching. We had a great
Hmm.
time. Next week, we're gonna be doing some things. We got some sewing that we're gonna do on Darika's channel on Saturday. And
Hmm.
then on Sunday, we're gonna come in. So check the community tab and check the Facebook group. If you're not in there, please join. I will be posting the pattern that we're going to be sewing, the block that we're going to sew together
Hmm.
on Sunday. So for Sunday Funday, we're going to do a block, at least a block. And then we're also going to probably do one more thing just for fun. So stay tuned. More to come for next Sunday. And thank you guys so much for joining us and
Thank you.
have
Thank
a
you.
wonderful, wonderful week. And Miss Linda, as
Yay.
always, thank you so much for being here
Thank
with
you for the
me.
invite.
Yes, ma'am. Well, you guys have a great week and we will see you next Sunday.
Yes.
Bye.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Sunday Funday, oh so bright, stitching dreams in morning light, sewing fabric all day long. Thank you, watch us sing along. Great times here under the sun, threads and needles having fun. Live or replay doesn't fade. Appreciate this bond we've made. Thank you all for tuning in. On this Sunday, let's begin. Laughs and stitches hand in hand. Join us, part of this grand band. Patchwork quilts and memories, crafting moments with such ease. Week ahead, let's keep the glow. All together, let love show. From every corner, near and far, join our circle, be a star. Grateful hearts and threaded ties, in our hands the future lies. Thank you all for tuning in. On this Sunday, let's begin. Laughs and stitches hand in hand. Join us, part of this grand band. Patchwork quilts and memories, crafting moments with such ease. Week ahead, let's keep the glow. All together, let love show. From every corner, near and far, join our circle, be a star. Grateful hearts and threaded ties, in our hands the future lies. Thank you all for tuning in. On this Sunday, let's begin. Laughs and stitches hand in hand.